Hello, how the fudge you doing? Hey guys, DField here, bringing you another episode of Factions Let's Play, and today we have a solo episode today. I wasn't actually able to record with Brent yesterday night because of the fact that I was out and about and just kind of catching up with all the things that I missed over the past weekend. But today's gonna be a very chill episode. I decided that I'm gonna look for a sky vault to see if we can raid one. Like I obviously have a what is it called? I obviously have an ocean. I found an ocean right before the recording, a little bit before the recording, and I just set a home over there. And if we find a vault, then we'll be able to raid it. But if we don't find one, I'm just gonna kind of take this episode to kind of just talk with you guys. But anyways, let me get set up for this just in case we do get into some combat. So yeah, welcome back to Factions, guys. I haven't really had an episode to kind of talk with you guys on a more personal note in a while, so I decided to do that today. So today, if you guys are looking for a raid, if you guys are looking for PvP, this is not the episode. This is gonna be more of a, you know, chilled, laid back episode for the most part. I'm not going to be doing anything too special, but you know, I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff, so you guys should definitely watch it anyway. So if you're clicking off right now, you guys are going to miss out on some stuff. But anyways, guys, if you guys didn't know, the past 5 or 6 videos, past 5 or 6 Factions Let's Plays from last Wednesday to Monday, were basically all pre-recorded. And if you didn't know, if you weren't aware of the fact, I was actually away at PAX South in Home Ocean. I was actually away in PAX South, what's it called, in Texas, in San Antonio, Texas. And basically what we did was, what I did there was a gaming convention. PAX South is a gaming convention, and what we kind of just messed around with in that sense is that we had a fan meetup for all the Cube members, a bunch of other YouTubers who were in the area at that time. We had a huge fan meetup at that time. So it was an insane event. If you guys saw all my vlogs over the past weekend, I kind of vlogged as much as I could. I'm still new to vlogging, so obviously it wasn't the best footage, but I tried my best, and I hopefully you guys enjoyed the vlog footage either way. But yeah, so we did that. Actually, let me go ahead and turn, before I keep on talking, I'm gonna turn my render distance to extreme. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash. That should work though. Yeah, look how far into the horizon I can see. Let's let these chunks load. But yeah, so I was gone for the past couple of days, and in terms of factions, this is the only thing that I'm kind of really scared of, because in factions, things can change in a matter of days. Things can change in a matter of weeks, or, you know, in a matter of hours even. Now, I haven't had a chance to talk with Huntswar or Toxic, because obviously, yes, in factions we are enemies, quote unquote enemies with each other. But yes, we do still talk. Like, I'm still good friends with both of them. I talk to them both on what's it called, on Twitter and stuff like that. So they try to keep me updated as possible. But I wanted to take this moment to kind of ask you guys in the comment sections below, what are the major changes in Factions Purple that I should know about? Other than, you know, maybe are there new alliances? Are there new factions that I should be aware of? Are there any growing factions that I should be you know, be on the lookout for? Because that is the thing about factions, guys. Things change on the daily. Like, nothing is ever the same for more than a week, unless you're a very solidified faction. So for factions like myself, for Impulse, for Toxic, it's like, you know, we have our group, our core set of members, so everything kind of just stays the same. But obviously alliances are broken, alliances are made, enemies are made, and, you know, it's just things like that change within the factions community on the daily. So now my question to you guys is, what's it called? If I don't find a sky vault, by the way, guys, it's because obviously it's going to be one of those like kind of failed recordings. But yeah, I'm taking this time to actually talk with you guys because I really want to get updated, because I feel out of the loop now after I've been gone for so many days. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's just a cactus. But anyways, what I was going to ask is, what changes have happened in the last couple of days, or in the last week or two, that I have not noticed yet, or I have not kind of mentioned in a video? So obviously, with my faction itself, if you guys have not watched any of the couple of episodes before, the thing with Insanity, you guys obviously know Insanity and I are good friends in real life. We're brothers, obviously, in real life. So nothing is bad about that. But I think that something is rolling, or he's trying to get into good terms with somebody, because obviously, like, he's not in my faction anymore, and he wants to kind of raid me or ally me, or I don't really know what's happening with Insanity right now. I still have to kind of talk to him and see what his plans are for or whatever he is doing. But anyways, other than that, let me set home here. Set home ocean. I'm gonna warp shop and get more building blocks before I run out. What else did I have to mention? So, yeah, in terms of that, what has changed over the past couple of days that I need to know about, so that I don't, obviously, so that I'm just informed about everything that is happening in Factions Purple. Now, I need your guys' help here. Let me know. And yeah, a couple of videos ago, I actually discussed this a little bit, and I was thinking of kind of, I don't know exactly how I'm going to be running this yet. I'll still have to talk to both of their faction leaders and see if they are going to offer anything, if we're going to have a huge alliance, or if we're going to kind of all be like a 1v1v1, because the thing is about Factions Purple, we haven't had a war since episode 300, I think, for the most part. So, I mean, we haven't had a huge war yet. Now, I love wars. I love, like, I've been stockpiling my Challenger kits. I was having Snicks. I actually had Snicks while I was away at PAX South. I had Sticks log onto my account for a couple of minutes a day just to use my kits and then store them all in my secret personal vault that I've never even showed on camera, so that I think I've got a stockpile around maybe around 20 sets or so that I just don't use for PvP, and I'm just kind of, I've been using the same Challenger set for a while now, just kind of repairing it every single day. So, I mean, it's very simple to start stockpiling armor for wars, but that's going to be obviously going to be something that we look forward to as the series continues. Like, faction wars between the rivals and between enemies and allies, it's just insane, and I love them. And is that a person? No, it's not. It's just a piece of sand. Anything yet in the sky? Doesn't look like it. We'll just keep searching over this. This is a huge ocean, by the way, so I'm hoping to find something over here. I'm hoping to find something in this area. But yeah, so apart from wars, apart from all that, I also had to discuss the fact that I really want to see if I can get into good terms with Toxic as well. Now, I know that Toxic is kind of enemies with, or Toxic is really good allies with Dylan's faction. And I know that Toxic is also enemies with Impulse. But the thing is, I don't know, just recently, I've just kind of been thinking about it. And I'm like, you know what? Toxic doesn't really, they don't really warrant a threat, or they don't really pose as a threat to me and my faction. I mean, we're only allied, or we're only enemied with them because they are allied with Ultimatum, or Dylan's faction. And obviously me and Dylan are kind of like rivals on the series right now. So I was thinking about it a little bit a couple of days ago, and I was like, you know what? I should probably try to talk to Toxic and, you know, Toxic and Toxic's allies and stuff, and try to just get them to be maybe not allied, but also just kind of neutral to us, so that we're not, you know, we don't have any big, huge enemies that we have to always worry about and always watch our backs. Because the one thing that I did notice was that in terms of PvPing, there's always three big factions. Well, not really three, but there's always two big factions at the faction wars, or at, you know, spawn PvP. There's always Impulse is always there, Fear is always there, and Toxic is always there. So now Fear, there's obviously a lot of other factions that end up coming to those cool little PvP sessions, but for the most part, those are like the big factions that I see there day in and day out. And, you know, it'd be really cool. Yes, it's fun having enemies, but it's also really beneficial to have a good set of allies. Now, obviously, Impulse has been our ally for the longest time, but I have been seeing comments. Saying Impulse is rigged, like they don't even have active members. They only have active members in this time zone, and then, but the thing is, let's check right now. Let's do a quick test. Who Toxic. Well, let's check let's do who. So let's see, we're enemied with Impulse right now, apparently, but, you know, we're still on good terms with them. So let's see, Impulse right now has, let's see, 1, 2, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and they have about 6 members. Now, if we check Toxic, who, I think it's T, like this. There you go. Toxic has just 1 member online. Now, the thing about this, like, they do have 32 members, and then Impulse has 300 or 30. They have 32 members. Toxic has 32. Impulse has 30. Now, the thing about what I see about the Toxic faction is that what's it called? The thing that I see about the Toxic faction is that they are they're a very close knit, like, what's the word for it? They're a close group of people that are what am I trying to say? They're a very tight-knit group of people. Now that's what I like. That's what I like, especially in the factions world. It's hard to find a group of people that you can always trust, you know, going into your base and stuff. So I think that that'd be very beneficial towards me and towards ourselves if we did that. So I still have to talk to Impulse because obviously I'm enemy to them right now, because if I do remember correctly, we got into a little fight last week, and then that's why we ended up enemying Impulse so that we could PvP against them. But I'm not sure if I don't know if that'll be permanent or anything, but I guess we'll see. Doesn't look like I'm finding any sky vaults here. This is kind of, guys, if you imagine this, when Insanity and I are recording, or not Insanity, well, technically when Insanity and I used to record, and when Brent and I record looking for sky vaults, we might go through like, ooh, what's that? F map? That's not claimed. Let's check that out. But anyways, what was I saying? When Brent and I record, or when Insanity and I record looking for sky vaults, we might go through like 2, 3, 4 different failed 15-20 minute recordings because we couldn't find anything. And you know, it's really, really difficult. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, guys, it's very, very difficult to actually find a base to raid in the sky, especially when sky vaults are kind of just like a needle in the haystack sort of thing. So I mean, but I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna upload this episode regardless of what I find, because of the fact that I do want to I did kind of just want to talk to you guys. It's kind of like a factions let's talk, so that you guys can update me on what's been happening, so that I can kind of lay out what my plans are. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been thinking about as of recently, you know, just talking to the big factions on purple, just seeing if we can at least get allied or neutral them so that we're not on bad terms. It looks like this base has already been raided though, or it was halfway to being built and then it got raided, because if I do F map, there's no claimed land here. So I don't even think that's going to be worth checking. I might end up just checking it out after the recording, but I honestly don't think that that's worth it. It just looks like somebody was building a base and then they stopped halfway because they got raided already. So let's just continue building out this way. And that's actually really cool though. Yeah, I'll check that out off camera, because it's obviously just a freaking cobblestone. It's just a cobblestone cube or box at this point. I don't even think there's anything inside there. But yeah, so yeah, what else, guys? What else? Let me know. What did I miss? What have I ever, you know, kind of, what are the big changes that have happened on factions that I have missed? Because honestly, you guys already know this by now, I love playing factions, especially on just, you know, recording late at night, trying to find the opportunistic time to raid a base that you've been scouting out for like a couple days. Now that's another thing that I do have to mention as well. Obviously in YouTube, we record and we upload this, like the raids that we do. Now, the thing that you guys don't really notice, and the thing that I can't really show you guys, is that some recordings take about 1 or 2 days of preparation before we actually commit the raid. And you know why? It's because, you know, like, imagine, let's say, hypothetical situation. This has happened several times, but I'm going to kind of just talk to you guys about this. Let's say right there's a base and you see, oh wow, there's a base getting built right there. Obviously, I'm not going to raid that base right now because it's not done yet. What I would do, me personally, I'd set the home inside the base and I'd wait like 1 or 2 days, see if they start moving anything in, and then after I'm actually in the base, or after they have actually moved in, that's when I strike, and that's when I start raiding their stuff. Now, you guys, like, I can't really show that stuff on YouTube. I can't really show that stuff on camera. Why? Because like if they watch my series and they know, they're like, oh wow, that base looks familiar, they won't move their stuff into that base. Now I think that's a really cool part of factions, like the kind of, if you are in the right place at the right time, you can catch a base being built like literally as it's going up, and then set a home inside, and you'll catch a faction off guard. Now I'm not going to tell you, well actually I'll mention this just because I have about 3 bases right now that are considered quote unquote god bases. I've seen the outside of the bases, but I set a home inside the base before they even actually fully moved in, or before they even actually fully actually got into the, what is it called? What am I trying to say here? Before they fully got their base defenses up, I had a set home in their base. So I've got 2 alt accounts that I've never even mentioned about, and I just have a set home inside their base. And then whenever I want to kind of showcase a god raid, or whenever I try to want to you know, I kind of want to try to test and ruin another faction's base, that's what I do. Like, factions is a very strategic game. Like, you know, some people think, oh, it's factions, it's, you know, it's very easy to find bases to raid, and it's really not. It's a lot of strategy, a lot of kind of just close just watching who your allies are, watching who your real friends are, and just kind of going from there. That's why, man, that's why I love playing factions, and that's why I will continue to play factions regardless of, even if you guys are still enjoying the series. Like, it's just one thing that I will always play on the side, just because it's amazing. It's honestly it's one of the best series to do, to kind of interact with you guys. And I know, yeah, I do. There's a lot of people messaging me with I have my chat kind of minimized, but you know, it just kind of has to be there, because obviously if I have that huge chat and everybody's spamming me with stuff in the middle of a recording, it's kind of distracting for you guys as viewers. So that's the only reason why I do that. But yeah, I interact with the community daily, basically just stopping by, making sure everybody is good, you know, asking if they have any problems. What's that? Is that a chest, or is that just an air pocket? Well, let's oh, nope, it's not an air pocket. It's just it's just freaking land that hasn't been rendered. Oh wait. Oh yeah, it is. It's just an air pocket. I thought it was chests. It looked like chests for a second. Hold on. Let's swim down and check out what these chests looks like. Oh yeah, it's just a random air pocket from World Generation Home Ocean. All right, we're back up here. Okay, so yeah, guys, I just wanted to take a quick episode. I obviously didn't find a sky vault here, because you know it's a needle in a haystack. It really is. I just wanted to take an episode though to kind of ask you guys, and for you guys to kind of fill me in on what's happening. So in the comment sections below, guys, I'm expecting paragraphs on paragraphs of what has happened, new allies, new enemies, new factions to be aware of, and I'll be reading the comments. I always read the comments, especially for factions, because I feel like I get a majority of my information from the factions comments in the factions comments section. So I'm out of blocks, so we're gonna go ahead and end the episode here. I'll probably continue to look for a sky vault, and me and Brent will probably later tonight try to get a recording, seeing if we can get another sky vault for you guys to raid, because sky vaults are so fun to raid, so profitable, and they're so freaking hard to freaking find. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's factions Let's Talk. Yes, that's right, this was a factions Let's Talk. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys leave a huge thumbs up and hit that like button down in the description below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for leaving your comments. Thank you guys for continuing to support the series. I love you guys. I'm glad to be back in factions. Keep me updated on what's happened, guys. This is DField. We'll see you guys later.